A good word.
So let's talk seven Noahide laws for the nations.
Let's go for it. Oh, wait, are you Jewish?
Yeah, this is Comedy Watch. I just changed my name.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I was just thinking how the seven Noahide laws are officially even greater. They're greater than the Torah
Woo!
in the sense,
Yeah.
because they're older than the Torah. They existed before Sinai.
All right, continue.
So this the nations that want to tap into this energy, there's what am I getting at? That civil law. You know the whole thing with maritime law versus common law. You know that like argument. The common law is basically just I can't harm you and you can't harm me. That's called common law,
Okay.
and that's what America's founded on. And they did a switcheroo where basically all the courthouses and the whole system is now really conducted basically on maritime law. They like treat you like a corporation. That's why like they spell your name in capital letters. But that's getting off the topic. The point is that civil law, common law, is actually based on the Noahide laws. This idea that I do no harm to you, and you do no harm to me, and that's the basic of civil law, which is common law. It originates. It's based on spiritual law, which assumes that you accept the fact that there's a God, and it traces itself back all the way to the seven Noahide laws. I said my piece. There you go.
So let's see.
That's cool.
So in terms of acknowledging there's a God is not part of the seven Noahide laws.
Just what? Not idol worship? What do you mean?
No. It's no idol worship, and then like the way Chazal call it, they say Birkas Hashem. So Birkas Hashem means to bless God, but it's because not even the rabbis would use the word to curse God. So it means that the only prohibition that a Gentile have is like mamish just not to curse God, but they don't have to believe in God. According to the seven laws of Noah. Now there's a distinction between a ger toshav and like one of the Chasidei Umat Olam, like one of the righteous of the nations who gets a share in the world to come. Like the Rambam makes a distinction because like one of the righteous of the nations has to keep the Noahide laws because he believes that they're part of Judaism or they were given by God or part of the religious process. While a ger toshav doesn't really have to do that, he just has to submit to not break any of these laws, which is no idolatry, not cursing God, but not necessarily believing in God. That being said, I've heard this notion before, mainly by these Noahides who live in Texas, that they started saying
I'll
that.
be right back.
Sure. But they
I'm not
started
going anywhere
that
far.
Noahidism is greater than Judaism because it predates it. I mean, I heard some Kabbalists say like something similar. Well, from a different perspective, they believe that women are superior to men because woman was the last thing that was created, right? So it's more evolved. So from that perspective, I mean, they're contrary ideas, but it shows how you can change an idea like just via jargon and nomenclature. But anyways, so it's only a midrash, agarata, that 6 laws were given to Adam and the 7th law was given to Noah. It's not a fact. It's folklore and legend. I know the Rambam mentioned it like in Hilchos Malachim. If the Noahide laws appeared in the Torah like a thing, is one thing. But it was developed, it was invented by the rabbis. And I believe in Torah Sheba'al Peh. I believe in the rabbis, okay? But the rabbis don't have the authority to create anything metaphysical. The job of the judges, right, who we call Chazal, is only to give us what's called halacha l'maisa, what we do, not what we believe. What we believe has to come from the Chumash itself for it to be binding. Yes, Jack, I see comments. Like I'm on TikTok live also. I mean, like on YouTube live. So because the rabbis can't develop metaphysical ideas, that means they're not binding. What is binding is halachas, gezeros, takanas, and even like minhagim that come from the Beis Din Gadol. That's what's binding, not metaphysical issues. How do we know? The Rambam writes in Hilchos Sanhedrin that the power of the Sanhedrin was their vote. they would vote things into existence. You can't vote metaphysical things into existence, right? Or then we would vote that our enemies would drown in the sea, or that the Messiah should come, or something, supernatural like that. So yeah, I mean, I guess if you're convinced that not just the seven laws from that perspective, that all the Torah was given to Adam, then we just view Judaism differently. Yeah.
Sefer Uzriel, they say, or Sefer Yetzirah, they say Adam had.
Oh, Raziel.
Raziel, yeah.
Right. So Raziel is an angel in Kabbalah that supposedly gave like Adam Arishon like a copy of the Torah. Yeah. Yes. I don't. I mean, it's a medrash. It's folklore and legend. I mean, honestly, are you about tshuva like FFB?
A bit of both. A bit of both, I would say. I grew up religious, but I'm pretty open, Like I've been around. I studied other stuff, but I'm pretty religious nowadays. I'm pretty religious, yes.
Yeah. No, the reason I asked is because that's almost like about tshuva approach. Like only because something's a midrash, you're gonna walk around and basically say that to be a Noahide. It's true. I mean, your logic isn't flawed. If the Noahide laws did predate the Torah, right, a set of 7 laws that God judges humanity by, then from that perspective, it seems almost pure, right? I mean, it's probably less corruptible. I mean, this is the argument I make against Islam. If something is
you say that it's the rabbis made it up. I disagree. I see there's many times in the Chumash where you see, like for instance with Dinah, when Dinah is assaulted by Hamor.
Shechem, right.
By Shechem and Hamor, yeah. And the brothers say, I don't know the exact lashon, but they say, and such a thing isn't done. And that's like what the pasuk says. Like the lashon of the pasuk is, and such a thing is not done. Meaning they're talking about not us. They're talking about them. That they violated this idea. The Rambam said,
yeah. So the Rambam there in Hilchos Malachim says that
assaulted by Hamor.
Shechem, right.
By Shechem and Hamor, yeah. And the brothers say, I don't know the exact lashon, but they say, and such a thing isn't done. And that's like what the pasuk says. Like the lashon of the pasuk is, and such a thing is not done. Meaning they're talking about not us. They're talking about them. That they violated this idea.
The Rambam said, yeah. So the Rambam there in Hilchos Malachim says that because Shechem broke the mitzvah that they have of dinim to adjudicate their population, but they were liable to the death penalty, because according to the Noahide laws, every Gentile has to be unalived if he breaks any one of the 7 Noahide laws, even without what we call hasra, like a pre-warning, that's how primitive the 7 laws of Noahide is or are. Yeah.